And we're having issues with the team showing up. We just got them. They're in the game. They're doing their bans. Let's get to it. Thank you guys for being patient. I appreciate it. And let's cut the music and get into this. Here we go. Woo! Game 1, starting now. So we got, on the blue side, we got the OutLawZ. On the red side, we got VVV. VVV is, I've seen them play. I have not seen OutLawZ play. We have, the red team is, definitely we saw them do some great work in the last tournament that we hosted, which was for non-toxic gaming. I believe that they went up against Kranniz. I think that Kranniz ended up beating them, but it was still a great game overall. So blue team coming out, Aram ban, such a great one, Flash and Slims. And then we have, look at this, Violet banned. If they actually ban Lindis right here, there's only maybe 1 or 2 more true marksmen, and that's going to be Morin. Like, really? I don't know. I think that would actually be, that would make this a very interesting game if they actually go and try to ban Lindis. Because then this blue team, no matter what, has to choose they're going with the Chugnar. That's also a good pick. So Morin and Lindis are both going to be probably the pickups, and sure enough, there it is. And we will have to see what the red team goes with, but I'm assuming that it's going to be the Morin as opposed to like a Talanis or something like that. Talanis just really doesn't cut it in this current meta. She just doesn't have that escape. Morin is a little bit more tanky, can stand to fight. So we will see where they go. But we got Irie and also the Zinio coming in. So Zinio, amazing pickup. Irie is definitely a very strong top laner. But they're also taking out the Zinio, which is cool too. So the blue team is really going to have to come together and figure out who they're going to want for this Irie. And they really don't know who they want to do, if they want to do the Malik or if they want to go. If they are going to run Talanis on this red side, they need to take Malik. That is 100%. Crushed, a great dive champion. And we got Dio-chan. Dio-chan actually getting picked up with the Crushed. So a great counter to Crushed is actually Dio-chan. So they actually end up picking up both of them. So the support on the red side is going to be the Pura. Marja getting picked up. Another great pick. So okay, so Marja is normally a great top laner. She's a decent mid, but if they can get through the mid into the later games, she will definitely shine. But she's definitely a better, like, say, top laner. That's more like what I was looking for. Someone like a Jannar or a Crixie. But I think this blue team really needs to I really don't know who they're gonna go with. Oh, a Roxy to deal with the Irie up on top looks like gonna be the response, and it looks like Alice getting picked up as the support. So I'm not sure how I feel about these two supports. They definitely lack the damage. This blue team, and it's gotta be, I'd be surprised if they go Finnick. Oh, wow. Sure enough, they did. We will have to see how that plays out for him. Finnick is very, especially with like a Kresh or Dio-chan, either one of those get on this Finnick, he's going to die. And, you know what I mean? Any of these heroes can really just look at Finnick and toss him to the side. So we'll have to see what ends up going on. We got 35 seconds that we are going to be getting into game 1. This is the best of 3. And this is the first series of the day. We got one more after this, which is going to be Kranniz and Trash Time. So be sure to stick around for that as well. So I gotta reiterate again. This blue side with the Alice and the Crushed is such a weird combo. I do like the Alice and the Dio-chan stuns, the 2 ranged stuns that they have, and if they can time those well, they might be able to execute really well. But I don't think that's not much damage there. So the Dio-chan, the Dio-chan has definitely got some really good damage, but they're gonna have to defend her. So I really don't know what to do on what they were thinking with this, or what's their mindset going in with this team comp. So Lindis, obviously great. So let's just take her out of the mix. But if we look at the rest of this team's damage, it's basically Dio-chan. Roxy is definitely more of a there's damage happening and you just can't do anything about it. So you kind of have to ignore her or potentially try to catch her out when she's, maybe not around the team. But if I'm talking in a team fight, it's going to be very hard for an Alice, a Dio-chan, or a Lindis to shine when this entire team is so AoE heavy. Like, look at this. Finnick is able to throw out his AoE. Irie is able to stun the entire thing. Malik able to stun. And Jannar is able to go in AoE. I think this team on this red side is just a no-brainer. The stuns for the Pyrrha, I think those are going to be just icing on the cake. So here we go. We are getting into game 1. And let's get going. So both teams running off into the jungle, and I don't know if I would see a invade. I think I'll see just them trying to guard and maybe fill out the other enemy team, but I don't think that we'll see an invade. And sure enough, you can see Pyrrha actually flirting with death right here, and did a very good job being able to dodge that skill from the Alice. So, and this is kind of the start that I thought was going on. Both sides are definitely just kind of feeling the other team out. So it looks like Kresh is going to be against the Irie. I really thought it was going to be this Roxy. Either matchup, I don't know if it would have been that great, but I think I would prefer the Roxy up there. But it looks like they're just trying to send the tankiest person up there to hopefully not die to this Irie. Ooh, and if we look at this, Jannar actually was able to find out Lindis and this Alice in the jungle, threw out some damage, and that's going to cause the enemy team on the red side to kind of react to it. With really good reactions. If we look at that, look at this. 4 heroes all right there. Roxy definitely stayed on bottom, seeing that, and didn't really react. She didn't fully commit to, hey, my team may be in trouble. She just kind of stayed in lane and was definitely aware of it. So Jannar able to find this Roxy. Roxy taking some damage here, healing up the Jannar. Dio-chan coming in, trying to get that stun, and just does amazing damage to Jannar. Jannar's going to have to back away from this, and Roxy getting away as well. So, and look at this. Look at this reaction from all the heroes. Look, Irie came down from top, Kresh coming down from top, and yeah, you gotta give it to him. Great reactions. Oh, Alice getting caught out right there, and luckily landed the stun, runs back into Finnick's skill, and she needs to be very careful. Looks like we got some initiations onto that Pyrrha. Pyrrha trying to get away. Dio-chan coming with the stun, just wasn't able to, and those stuns again are going to be some of the most important things of this game. And and here comes Malik. Malik's still not level 4. None of these heroes are actually level 4. Finnick's the only one, and looks like just a minor initiations. And look at this, we got Irie coming down to help with the dragon. A great Finnickle trying to zone out this Roxy, and this Roxy's gonna go down here, especially with the big boy swing coming in. And actually, oh my goodness, First Blood is actually up top with the Irie. So Irie was able to take out Lindis over in the jungle. So great job. This is going to be a full-on push, and with that Finnick, they should be able to get this tower with little to no effort. And sure enough, it's just this lone Alice down on bottom, and she should not be the person that is down here trying to defend this. And look at this. We got 4 heroes down here, and we got the 2 tops coming. We got a great Dio-chan stun coming in. And look at this. A big boy swing coming in. Roxy going down. And it looks like Lindis is going to be the next person down, and there it is as well. And he is not done. And, he might be able to get it, but, a great stun from that Alice that stops the Malik in his tracks. And luckily, too, because that would have been another huge swipe coming in from that Malice, which would have been true damage on top of his normal damage, which would have definitely killed Lindis there. So action slowing down. If we look, that is a tower, a dragon, and 4 kills on the action that we just saw. And look at this, Irie going in pretty strong here. Dio-chan Oh, lands the skill, and we got Kresh and Dio-chan all landing their stuff, and luckily too, because it looks like she was about to ult and possibly get out of there. So it seems like a little overkill, but it's definitely good to make sure that you secure those kills. You do not want that Irie getting away, that's for sure. So looks like Kresh up top, looking pretty good. Full life pushing the tower. The reaction from this red team doing really well. They're saving their towers. They're making sure that they don't give up anything too easy. Kresh jumping in, taking just minor damage, nothing too crazy, but look at this. The blue team reinitiating, and Kresh actually goes down as soon as Finnick was able to come in. And look at this, Jannar taking a lot of damage there, but he's not going to go down just yet. Roxy in hot pursuit still is not able to get Jannar, but Roxy is melted by the Finnick. This Finnick is doing some crazy damage right now. If we look at his skills, he has got the full jungle item, but man, level 8 on that Finnick to a level 5 Roxy and a level 6 Kresh. So he has definitely got the levels on these heroes, and he is running with it. Absolutely running with it. Malik down on bottom, looks like he's trying to zone and also put some pressure onto that red. And look at this, the red team full effect coming back in. Malik actually jumped out right when his team was there. Might have been a misplay. Jannar coming in, doing that AoE damage that I was talking about. And we need Dio-chan to land a great stun. Hits all 4 heroes, and they're trying to run away at this point. And sure enough, Kresh is in hot pursuit of Finnick, but there's not going to be a chance that he's going to be able to kill him. And oh, there he goes. Finnick actually thought that he wouldn't be able to get away. He turned and thought that he was going to be able to finish him off, but he is taken out as well. Wow, that Dio-chan stun completely turned the tide of that entire fight. And we got some, looks like some battling going on up top by this blue buff. And it looks like Irie was able to take that blue buff. Irie is doing a really good job. A really, really good job. So if we're looking bottom, this blue team is looking to push, put some pressure onto this tower. Look how low they are, and they're still stuck in there. And it looks like Malik actually getting initiated on by that Roxy, ending up trying to back out. And look at this, Jannar actually coming in, able to stun the Roxy. Roxy is going to be taken out by Jannar. So good stuff. So blue definitely coming back with that team fight. So it does show that they do have potential, that they will be able to land. If they can land the Dio-chan stuns, this red team will melt. Will melt, especially with that Kresh. And there's a Dio-chan skill that just really didn't land in the ult coming in. But Dio-chan getting really low. It looks like they're trying to chase her down. They might be able to. Jannar actually getting ulted into the high ground tower, but just wasn't enough damage. Lindis coming in, trying to get some damage, but hitting the Pura, not really doing too much. Kresh looks like he's going to have to back off, which is going to give the tower to Irie up on top, but he really needs to help his team. And it looks like he might have just been low life. He's trying to get back up top to save it, but I don't think he's going to have enough time. And that is for sure a tower that's going to go down. And that's what you got to know. You always have to be aware of when, like, hey, if I back up right now, I am giving up this tower. And I don't know if that was just a misplay or not. And we got some initiations coming off, and it looks like Jannar's looking to ult, jumps in, able to hit everyone with his skill. Looks like Dio-chan trying her best to get away, but they are unfortunately not able to. In the meantime, it looks like Irie was taken out on top by the Lindis and also the Kresh, but Kresh was taken out in the process. This would be a great pickup on this Darkslayer right now. If they might be able to get this mid tower as well as the Darkslayer, and it looks like that might be exactly what's going on. But they're probably going to play it safe and back off and get the Darkslayer. So, sure enough, Darkslayer getting taken out. Pura actually getting the last hit on that, so she's actually got some damage. If we take a look at her items, she actually doesn't. She just must have got lucky on that last hit, so they were just trying to Zerg it down. Dio-chan, it's so important to get that. Oh, look at that! Alice actually dropped her ult, which interrupted Malik's jump there, and he wasn't able to do it. Dio-chan really needs to land this. Lands and the ult is devastating. It's coming in and just absolutely wrecking, but it just wasn't enough. The team wasn't able to follow up. Alice landing a great stun on 2 or 3 of them, and they're doing their jobs, but again, this is what I was talking about. They don't have the damage. Roxy has to get in there, but she just gets shredded apart because she's the only frontline champion in this group. Everyone else is so easy to kill for this team that Roxy just gets shredded because she's the only front runner up there. And sure enough, able to grab Finnick, which is a great plus, but he's going to be able to get away at this point, and look at that damage coming in, back onto Roxy, and Finnick actually going down to the Lindis. Great pickup there. A little overextension, especially knowing that a Roxy was up. Lindis trying her best to keep this team at bay. Dio-chan doing a great job pushing this mid. So, good stuff so far. Irie doing a great job pushing this bottom, keeping the pressure up. So this Roxy really is going to have to just tank out. But instead, look what she's choosing to go with. I think that's not a great item. I mean, it's a great item on her, but this soon, she really needs some more armor. But she's choosing to go with the slow and the HP, so we'll have to see how it plays out for her. I think that she's just getting shredded so much that the extra health will help, but I think some armor would have definitely benefited, maybe a little bit more. Magic resist or actual armor, but they're going for the Abyssal. They're actually doing 50% less damage to this since the buff is still on at this point. And we haven't, we did see the Drake up on top, so the Drake is down, and sure enough, that's going to be a pickup. And it looks like they're going to give it to Finnick. A lot of people forget to pick up that buff, which is such a misplay. Such a misplay. So, again, we're taking a look around the map, and it looks like this Irie's going down on bottom, and they definitely could initiate onto these people, but good thing that they didn't, because these reactions of this red team doing such a great job were able to come down and help, seeing that their teammate was a little bit in trouble. Malik jumping in, doesn't care about the creep wave, jumping in, doing some great damage. Look at this blue team getting shredded. Absolutely shredded. Kresh is the only one up, and this is going to be the game. If he dies, this is where he needs to back off, but he is dead. Oh, Dio-chan actually was alive, but down. Must have DC'd at this point? I really don't know. Or just knew that the game was over. But that is the first game. VVV takes game 1. So we will be going into game number 2 with VVV having the advantage. If they do win one more game, they are going to win this series. And then we will move to our next set of games. Let's quickly take a look at damage. Look at the Jannar. 43% of the damage. Just so good. So good. That is crazy how much damage that is. Was around 81% of the kills. I gotta give it to him. He won it. Finnick did such a great job as far as the making sure that all the towers and also dragons, the objectives, were getting pushed and secured, which is just accelerating Jannar so much up. If we look at this blue team, Lindis did a very good job as far as damage. I gotta give it to Dio-chan. Dio-chan was the risky pick. I think it worked out pretty well. I definitely would have maybe got something other than the orb. She's so easy to kill anyways. The orb just really doesn't add much. I think going more of a damage spec before this even orb would have been maybe something a little bit better. But wow, good game. Good game for sure. So we'll go ahead and get this next game started. And what do you guys, the viewers, think? What do you guys think? Pretty good game so far. That turnaround with the Dio-chan stun is, man, that's so cool to see. It's such a high risk, high reward skill that just love it. Love it, love it. All right. So we're going to get ahead and get this next game underway. They are going to be joining up here in just a moment. I really like their team comp. Couldn't escape from Jannar. Yeah, really couldn't. Somebody better go. Max. Max would be a great. He's not really that great right now, and I don't know why. I really couldn't tell you why. I guess they kind of nerfed him a little too much, but yeah. Rain get braids. Oh my gosh, get out of here. Yeah, I don't know. Mick Chuckles, welcome, buddy. Everyone else, welcome, by the way. If I didn't get to see you, Astral, Dress, thank you so much coming in. Yes, this is a tournament. Kingswork, welcome. Who else did I miss? Did I miss anyone else? I'm just kind of double checking. I think that should be everything. Nathan, welcome. GB, hey. Why'd they pick Dio-chan? I don't know why they did. It looked pretty good. It looked pretty good. I think that the biggest misplay was the Alice, quite honestly. The Alice or the Crest. I don't know which one. I think Crest was a good one. Could have definitely... ready. All right, ready. So it looks like both teams are ready. We are going to be getting into the next game. Remember, this is best of 3. If the blue team, which is VVV, wins, this series will go to them. If LZ wins, OutLawZ, they will be... we will go to a game 3. So here we go. All right. Aram, just straight out the bat, banned. I got to give it to him. Aram is such a strong hero. And almost ever since she's been out, she's been such a strong hero. She has the ability to completely take someone out of a fight and also still survive if she's lucky. But yeah, great stuff. We got a Flash ban and a Violet ban. So we'll have to see if they... Oh, and they're actually choosing to go with the Pura. Now, I don't know if I saw Pura make the many plays as to warrant a ban, but we'll have to see what they... maybe what they're planning. Maybe they have a team comp that they're going to run with it.
Red team's turn to ban.
All right, Linda's getting banned, and I would expect a Valheim, I think, would be the next ban. I think that's what we saw last time. I couldn't imagine anyone else. It's good to see that Rourke isn't getting banned still, that people are maybe figuring out how to do this. The Finnick ban, that's not a bad one. I gotta say, the way that he was able to control all those objectives and really do some amazing damage to it, it's not oh, the Yorn. I would be surprised if that was going to be a thing. The Wisp even. There we go. The Valheim is more of what it is. Yorn is just, I mean, he's just not there as far as team fights and high gameplay. He can be, he definitely can in the right circumstances and the right teams, but on average just not really the go-to. Look at that. Going with the Irie and also the Crest. I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed by that. Those pickups. Crest is a very strong support currently. They're picking up Valheim to go against either Crest or Irie. So that's gonna be a thing. That's gonna be an interesting battle up on top because of how fragile both of them can be. And if Valheim is going up against the Crest, he is definitely going to win that battle. I would have liked to see a Mina as opposed to the Lumber. I think Mina is just such a strong hero currently. Lumber, I have my... it's kind of a love-hate relationship with him. He definitely does have some great... He does have some great abilities, but I think Mina just overall is able to protect, especially if you have a Slims and a Valheim on your team. She's the go-to. And a Chugnar, great pickup. Man, so again, this red team, loves their double support. I really don't think they need a Chugnar. Like, I think they needed a Chugnar more than they needed a Crest. But since they've already picked with the Crest, I think that this is, again, where they're going to falter, is that they don't have enough damage. Unless this Chugnar is able to get in and really do some damage, but especially against a Slims and a Velheim, it may work. It may work. But I think they really need to go more damage, especially with a Crest that's going to already be tanky. They can definitely flirt with something. But I think the Crest is... I think they should have went Chugnar as opposed to the Crest. I would have liked to see that in retrospect, knowing that they were going to... Oh, I mean, they picked Slims right away. So that's some stuns. Velheim some stuns. Mina's some what's it called? Her pull ability stuns as well. And there we go, the Maganga and the Raz. So I don't even know what this team's doing. Okay, Maganga changing. And we'll have to see where they go with this. But Malik, great pickup for sure. Malik against either Chugnar or Crest is a solid pick. Solid. So it looks like Irie is actually going to go jungle if they don't pick a better one. And a butterfly? A butterfly is being picked right now? Whoa. Look out. This is... Okay, so this is my 2 cents about the pick on the butterfly. Definitely could be good, but I think that she just picked into her counter. As far as a Mina, with that, Mina is complete counter to dive comps like the Crest and like the butterfly, because she ults, you have to attack her. It gives your team on the team with Mina to be able to get away and kind of reestablish, kind of reset the dive that's coming in. I think that butterfly might get super countered by this Mina, but we will have to see how it plays out. The Irie, again, Mina counters that dive. If she can time her ult right, she can definitely save her team or save her carries before they get before she's able to jump in and ult on them. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. But I love that Butterfly plays that character quite a bit, as well as the Irie. So those are two people that we'll have to watch and learn and see how well they do with those two characters. We got Raz with the gold shield, looking good. So it's good to see that the Chugnar actually has played him quite a bit, so we should see some plays with him. So I think that the Chugnar might work out a little bit, especially if he knows how to play him and he's put in quite a few games. If this was more of a maybe a silver shield that kind of experience, I think that it would really falter. So yes, the red team choosing to not go the marksman route, which isn't a bad thing. It is possible to do well, but I just, like I said, I don't know if this is the red team, if this is the team that I would choose to go. So the blue team, VVV, actually isn't that tanky, so they will fall over pretty quickly if Mina is not around. So these three heroes, Raz, Slims, and Velheim, will fall over if they're not careful. So they need to stick with this Mina and this Malik. So let's get into the action. So looks like Raz choosing to kind of scope out the tower at this point, looking to see if anyone's going in. Look at Mina doing a pretty good job, but I would... And oh, great! I think that just reset the buff, and sure enough, it did. This Mina is just already messing with this butterfly, and that's what we talked about earlier. And sure enough, again resets it. This team is got to be, oh man, got to be so frustrated. And look at this butterfly. Instead of going down to the blue, choosing to stay here. And look at this. Oh, and then already the damage coming out. And Butterfly is choosing to stay with the red buff and not help it this time, which finally able to get the red buff. Already a minute and 10, and look where Slims is. Slims is finishing his side of the jungle, got both buffs already, and he is looking good. Butterfly getting her second creep. Slims has already got both buffs and moving into the blue. This is such great coordination that's going on here. Look at this red team, has no idea what's going on. This poor Butterfly is now bufflet, or has no blue buff and got 3 creeps so far, while the Slims got 3 buffs. And look at this, the Chugnar getting really low, needs to be careful. Luckily able to get out of there. Liliana landing a great stun there. Butterfly desperately trying to get whatever she can at this point. And look at this. Irie actually going, this is a good move from Irie, going into their jungle to clean up whatever's left. And are they really, oh my goodness, they're going for dragon already. So this Butterfly has got a total of 4 creeps, and they are going for dragon. So Valheim, red team really needs to get this, really need to get this kill. And I think seeing that, oh, they missed the stun. Irie really needed to land that. Butterfly would easily have gotten in there, but choosing to back out. So Crash getting pretty low down on bottom. Irie really missing those 2 dashes. All right, so we have 3 heroes on bottom, 2 on top for this red team. Look at the gold difference, 1K already. That's, wow, that's pretty good. We got Butterfly was able to get seen. Oh, Mina with the missed hook there. That would have been devastating for that Butterfly. She would have been taken out for sure. Crash, Irie, all reacting. Irie coming in with the ult. Mina getting really low, ulting a little too late. She should have ulted just a smidge earlier if she would have been able to. Butterfly actually coming in. Irie coming in with the stun. Great follow-up there, but the rest of the team just wasn't in the position to do so. So first blood for the red team, and it actually went to Liliana. All right, let's take a look. See, they're actually rotating down on bottom, and it looks like Malik is choosing to ult out and just play it safe. He wanted nothing to do with that. Look at the blue team actually reacting down here and is rotating. Seeing the red team is choosing to back off. Looks like Irie actually got Valheim very close, and he definitely misstepped there. Stun, and that is going to be the end for him. Fearless, I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know why he came out so much. So much life on this Irie. There's no reason to pressure that. At that point, you just back up, hang out, heal it up. That was definitely a misstep on the Valheim's part. So we got the Slim's arrow coming out. He definitely wanted to land that on the creep, maybe pick it up, and look at this. Dragon coming in, and VVV so good at getting these objectives. So good at getting these objectives. So already putting pressure on this dragon. They need to be careful and make sure that it doesn't reset. Slim's taking quite a bit of damage from the roar of the Abyssal Dragon. You really need to stay at max distance. And oh, they could get it! Oh, but they didn't! The Chugnar just had to cast anything, and he would have got it, but he didn't have any mana to do it. And sure enough, Chugnar is going to go down with one more swing. Luckily, oh, he swung the wrong way! McFly swung the wrong way, and he is going to be out. In the meantime, Butterfly was taken out, and the red team is pushing this middle. So, oh, wow. Butterfly was trying to chase down, I'm assuming, the Slims. Almost did get him, but they were able to save him. And also, the McFly, I really can't believe that he missed that skill. All right. Tensions are dying down. We got 2 dragons for this blue team, and look at the gold. Blue team is still winning, even though there's a kill difference and a tower difference. So this blue team, these dragons are so good. Ra's doing a great job there on landing that ability. If Mina could have got there, that would have been the end of her life. We got the Chugnar. Mina missing the skill again. I don't know why that's so hard, but oh, and we got Irie coming in with such a great skill. If she had execute at this point, she would have definitely killed them. But it looks like she actually pre-used it. But yeah, it just wasn't enough to finish him off. Definitely need to wait until the last moment you can to use that execute. All right, it looks like Irie back up top. Mina looks like she's trying to do some rotating and find this butterfly. But Roz is going to run. Oh, finding out where this hero is. Mina initiating, but look at this team. Blue team nowhere near. Using the ult. Too too late. That's an issue when you get stunned. Ooh, and look at this. She's going to wish that she had her ult at this point. And sure enough, missing the hook again. Why did she initiate with the hook? Wizard is, I don't know what's going on. He's really missing some crucial skills at this point. Oh, running in and able to hook quite a few, taking a lot of damage there. Doesn't have the ult, backing out, and is gonna go down, and sure enough. Actually, yeah, didn't have the ult, still on cooldown. She is taken out. Red team rotating to mid. Looks like they're trying to get a kill on this Roz. Roz kind of figuring that something was coming. Is gonna be backing off. Look at this, and oh, already jumping onto this Velheim. Velheim in a world of trouble. Butterfly comes in and finishes up the kill. So all of that work that the Irie did, Butterfly cleans it up. Custodian Butterfly coming in and sweeping up them kills. And what's crazy is this dragon has been up, but the fights have been going on up top. And they really need to take this. I think if they do try to go for this, they will definitely lose this top tower. And it looks like that's what's going to happen. And look at this. They are not paying attention to this at all. Velheim rushing to go up top, and he is going to lose it. Yeah, it's gone. She can back off at this point, and looks like she actually ulted as opposed to going in. And look at this blue team. Sure enough, going for these dragons. Crash trying to come in. Ult was just a little too slow. And oh, look at the Slims actually took a lot of damage there. He's actually possibly going to die, but luckily was still okay from them. And all the team was completely taken out by the blue team. So the blue team was able to get the dragon and also not lose anybody. Irie trying her best to stop this push in mid, while Chugnar trying to stop bottom. But it was... Oh, and the stun almost came out there, but he was luckily just out of range of it. So far, yeah, this blue team's doing such a great job. VVV has shown that they can definitely react to some of the plays that are definitely going on. And oh, McFly needs to be careful. He could possibly get taken out here. And sure enough, he gets a little too greedy with that blue buff, and he is gonna get dunked. It's just a matter of time. But oh, he did a really good job actually getting some life back there, and he is surviving a lot longer than I imagined. And it gave the blue team enough time to actually push up to this tower. So this blue team is reacting back into mid. Irie actually able to see the Slims, and Irie has missed a skill. I really don't know what is going on. Mina was able to land that, stopping Crush from ulting, which I think he just did, so I don't even think it was up. Oh, it was actually. I don't think he had enough rage, is I guess what I'm trying to say. Slim's landing a great arrow. And if you're the red team at this point, you really need the Irie to land a great ult. Irie coming in, not enough. Falling down, dying. And look at this orb. This orb could do a lot of damage, but Roz was able to get out of there. That was a pickup for the blue team. Blue team able to definitely drop this red team from being able to come back in that team fight. If you look at the scores, 4 towers, 3 dragons. It's doing real good. Mina looks like she's about to go out. Malik doing a great job. Malik is very tanky at this point. Velheim up on top. Ooh, and look at that. Liliana, the follow-up would have definitely killed her. But they were a little too far away. All right, and they are probably going to do this dragon, I would assume. Valheim up on top probably needs to rotate down on bottom, or he could possibly stay up top and keep pressure up there. I'm really not sure which one he's going to do. Looks like Malik is going to pressure this bottom tower, and it looks like they want the Darkslayer. It looks like they don't want the Abyssal Dragon. So a trick that they could do at this part of the game, if they were able to pick up a kill, is you actually do damage. You send one or two people, or you send at least two people down to the other dragon while doing the Darkslayer, and you try to kill them both at around the same time, and you can still do the damage. And look at that Mina with a beautiful ult, but not enough team around. But it did zone out the red team from getting to the Darkslayer. Great job. Great job. But yeah, if you try to do damage to both sides and then finish off, try to finish them about the same time, you do the same amount of damage without the debuff. So you get them low enough. So, ooh, look at that. A great arrow. But Chugnar, being who he is, wasn't stunned. Mina, great hook. Almost connected. If she would have killed him. Irie coming in, missing the ult again. This Irie's just struggling to connect with these ults, and I really am not sure what's going on. Mina going in, ulting, and it looks like got Chugnar and Liliana. Chugnar going down, and we got crashed in the middle of everything. Butterfly looking for an opportunity to go in, but is really struggling to find a hero that's low, and this is what's wrong with Butterfly, and this is why she's not picked in gameplays like this, is because she's only good once a hero dies. And that right there is VVV securing the series. All right, so let's take a quick look at the stats of that. Ninja doing such a great job with the 8-0. If we take a look at the damage, sure enough, he deserved it. 32%. 32%, doing great. And then if we look over Liliana, 34%. Just, man, so much damage for both sides, but she just really didn't have anything to show for it. Again, this Butterfly really struggled to get in there. 17%. This is what I'm talking about. This is why, like, if we look at the Slims, able to do at least 20%. But if you look at the damage numbers, much higher over on this side. Definitely, especially since the kills. But just 17% is just kind of hurts. It kind of hurts. I was hoping to see at least a good 20 on this side as far as the jungler, but she's very good once she's able to kill someone. But if she's not able to get that for the rest of the team to get someone close down, she really struggles. She's really good at cleaning up kills, but other than that, she's so difficult in team fights to get going. All right. With that being said, we will switch back over. There we go. My dudes. Hope you guys enjoyed that first series. We're going to be doing the next one here shortly. I'm going to see if I can get one of them into Discord and see if they maybe want to do a quick little interview. Let me message him. So we'll see if we can get him real quick. Give me just one moment. But yeah, if you guys have any questions for them, make sure to type them out in chat, and I'll definitely see if I can ask them for you. All right, hang on one second. It looks like So I asked Ninja. He said that his English isn't good enough, so he's gonna have someone else. So we're just waiting to see what he says. Just waiting for them to kind of communicate or go from there. But yes, if you guys, like I said, if you have any questions for VVV, I'm gonna probably interview him here in just a moment. Show build from last game, please. Thank you. All right. Well, I can't. If you actually go back in the video, you'll be able to see it. I cannot do it right anymore. It doesn't show up in my last games played. I like COD, homie. How you doing, buddy? Welcome. Virginia, welcome. Doki Doki Jams. I already said what's up to you, but hey, how you doing, bud? Mina build, please, from last. Yeah, so unfortunately I can't get those from last game. You'll have to go back in the VOD. So if you click up on top to videos, if you're on your PC, you can go from there, and then. All right, hold on 1 second. Actually, I just saw. Hold on 1 second. All right. So I'm finding them right now. We do have just a little bit before the next set of matches, so this will be kind of pretty. Hang on 1 second. There he is. All right, bro. Can you talk in Discord? Yeah, absolutely. I'm talking to Supreme right now. That's where he asked me to chat in. I'm in the PVL Discord right now. I said twice already. Are you ready for the COD beta? Yes, I am. I am. Sorry, Traffic Cone. When I'm casting, I'm fully on this, so I apologize. I apologize. Okay. Okay. Oh, Nathan. Yeah, that's a good one. I think that is it a good decision going without an ADC or not? Honestly, ADCs, as far as being in the jungle, are really strong right now. I think you're at a bit of a disadvantage, but not saying that you can't. Definitely do well. I don't know what this is gonna do. Is this gonna make a phone call? But yeah, if you guys do want me to do, let me know any kind of questions that you want to ask Supreme or Team VVV, or Supreme from Team VVV. Definitely at me. So just send me an at. Add me on Discord, bro. I already sent you a request. I already did, Supreme. I did. Bam. Calling you right now. Are you there, buddy? I can't hear you. Hang on a second. Oh, I can hear you. Wait, I thought I heard something. You just muted it.
Can you hear me, brother?
I got it. Welcome.
Thank you, brother. It's on my understanding that you are about to interview the team right now.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna interview one of you guys, bounce some questions off you. We have some time to fill before our next match, so I was just gonna see what your thoughts were of the last match.
Well, to be honest with you, man, if you don't mind, can we? I want to have Ninja, the captain
Okay.
of the team.
Sure.
also to kind of share some thoughts with us.
Bring them
If
in.
you okay with that,
Yeah,
can you
bring them in.
create like a group, the three of us, and make a like a call?
Well, how about we do this? Go into the PVL channel, and we can talk there. How's that? The PVL Discord. We'll go from there.
Okay, brother. We are gonna do that right now. Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
All right, he's coming in to Discord, so we'll be getting this here pretty soon. Ooh, ooh, nerds! Thank you so much. That is a great question. Ooh, good stuff, my dude. Sounds like Rocker a bit. Oh man. That's awesome. Yeah, so again, if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Let me know. Waiting for them to show up. So, invite the two teams and have them talk trash to each other. Absolutely not, GB. That's not what this is about. It's about, you know, no salt. We don't need the salt. We're just here to see some high gameplay. That's what we're looking for, and also to get inside their heads on like why they chose certain heroes and stuff like that. So I don't know where they're at. Sitting here waiting. I don't know if they understood what I was talking about, so maybe I'll send them a link. Boop. We'll just give him a link. I like your headset, bro. Dude, 7.1 points surround. True 7.1 surround. It's one of the first headsets that actually do that. Spread the salt. Virginia, no, that's not what we're doing around here. Needs way more salt to sound like. Hey, welcome, boys. How you guys doing?
Yeah, welcome. How are you doing?
Good. Thanks for meeting with me. Appreciate it. I know it's a little strange. We started to do this thing last week where we could kind of interview you guys and see what maybe your thoughts throughout the games were, and then also to maybe get some kind of behind the scenes and also get to know you guys a little bit more. So,
Yeah, okay, okay.
so why don't you interview or introduce yourself? Supreme, why don't you start?
Okay. First of all, thank you for this opportunity, bro. Thank you for putting time to this. I'm Supreme. I'm the sponsor, owner of the team. So basically, my goal is to bring this team to the next level. Most of the team members are Spanish speakers, so we try, to kind of see if we can, put our culture to the next level, finding, good players, decent players, so we can kind of, you know, um, have our, Spanish players,
Yeah,
playing with the top players. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. Is this a new guild, or have you guys always played with each other? Or
No,
actually, our guild, we started like it's being around, but we kind of been changing a few things internally to
mm-hmm.
kind of be to the top. Right now, we are on rank between 6 and 7 right now on the server.
Oh wow, look at you guys. Good stuff. Congrats on that
Yes.
for sure.
Yeah, we used to be like on rank 3, but there are other players continue playing rank.
Mm-hmm.
So when you stop playing ranks, it's gonna happen.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
gonna come down. So
What did you guys think of the two games that you guys just played? Do you think that you guys executed pretty well, or do you think there's some improvements you guys could make?
in my opinion, I mean, it's always new things to kind of get from from different games.
Hmm.
It's always new stuff to learn. Every game is different. But I believe in the second game we kind of started, like losing like focuses. Like we start throwing kills, and kills that wasn't supposed to, like not necessary kills.
Yeah,
We started like feeding the other team, and that's the thing. I want to say that's something we need to kind of work on, and actually focus more on objectives. And I want to say the rotation actually we're doing good, but we can still improve.
nice. Do you guys know what kind of team comps you want to play before you go into it, or do you kind of pick accordingly, or do you guys practice as far as like, hey, we're gonna use this team comp, or is there just kind of whoever, whatever one's familiar with?
Yeah, actually, to be honest with you, I mean, for the past few days, we've been actually kind of, trying different compositions. So see which one is the best. But like I said before, every game is different. Um, one, I mean, mm, it might be like one of the composition we've been actually practicing might not work for that game, so that's why we gotta try different team composition. But yeah, we kind of like be like review videos or like on YouTube,
Yeah.
and we got the team coach too to kind of go over the videos and kind of see uh some videos from the top players,
Hmm.
and see what we can learn from them. So things like that, that's how we kind of create our team compositions too.
And do you always play the same positions, or do you guys have people that switch in between different positions?
Right now, we actually being actually having the same roster. Like we having actually we try not to change, because then uh our members are not really gonna focus on their role. So we trying to kind of focus on on the team rosters, so they can actually improve on their role.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. Is there a team that you look forward to playing the most?
Like you mean like a versus, like a play against another
Yes.
team.
Yeah, through this whole series, is there a team that you're really looking forward to that you haven't played yet, or
you know
maybe one that you've already played?
to be honest with you, I mean, there are good teams out there. I mean, we trying to play with the top teams right now. I want to say Kranniz is one of the challenges right now, and we have played like a few times with them, and then it's been really, I want to say, good, actually good games. So
I think you guys played them when we had that NTG um, what's it called, tournament. Is that correct? You guys got to the finals against them, isn't that correct?
you mean the finals
The
for the
NTG.
premiere?
Was it the premiere? It was before the premiere. The no toxic, non-toxic gaming little tournament that we had that I was kind of hosting there.
Oh yeah, yeah, I do remember that. Yes, and there was actually, and I want to say they won the game, because we were having some issues, like we our members, because sometimes they're having a lot of lag.
Yeah,
They're lagging on the game, so they cannot really enter the game. So that's why. But yeah, I mean, most of the times that we've been playing with them, I want to say they're really good matches. So
yeah. Is Do you find that since you guys do you have to deal with lag quite often, or is it
to,
something that
I
isn't a factor?
yeah, I'm being actually helping my team members on that, I mean, issue. Most of my team members actually experience the same problem. So, but I'm being helping with that. Kind of supporting them to get better. Like service, so they can perform better on the game. So So it just I think right now they're doing much better. We they're being actually getting new like new servers, new internet service.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys have any closing thoughts, either Supreme or Ninja? Do you guys have anything that you maybe want to shout out
Ninja.
to the community or anything like that?
Yep, I'm gonna have Ninja to. I mean, I want to have him kind of uh share with you guys what he thinks about what we're doing. And again, on my behalf, I want to say thank you to you, man, for putting time to this. You do an amazing job, and thank you for supporting our community.
Oh yeah, not a problem. Not a problem at all. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Yep, thank you. Ninja, go ahead, Ninja.
Okay.
How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, how you doing? Yeah,
Good.
I'm Ninja.
You played
As I told
amazing,
you,
dude.
as I, thanks. Yeah, man. As I told you, my English is not too good, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna
no,
try.
you're doing great. You're doing great.
Okay, okay.
So, what did you think of that last
Okay.
game?
Actually, I don't think we played as good as we wanted. So we took a lot of time. I mean, I think that was 12 minutes, but we wanted to finish like around 8 minutes, something like that. But game got complicated, so I don't know. Actually, we need to we need to train a lot.
Is there anyone that you're? Is there a player that you're possibly worried about that plays maybe a similar position than that you're maybe worried about, or someone that you're training hard to go against?
Yeah, uh, we're trying to wait. What?
So, is there someone that's really good that you're worried about in this whole tournament that that you're
This
gonna play?
tournament. Okay. I think Kranniz is their opponent, their main opponent. So I think Kranniz.
Is there one player that's on that team that you're kind of more worried about than maybe any of the others that are on that team?
Mm, I don't think so. I mean, I think that the whole team, not a player, but the whole team.
Okay, they just all play pretty well. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
But yeah. So we got to get the next game started here in just a few minutes. Is there any like closing remarks that you want to say, or anything you want to give a shout out to?
Uh, I don't even know who's gonna play, but I think it are gonna be good games.
Definitely, definitely. But yeah. Well, boys, I do appreciate you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get the next game started, and yeah, good luck on your next games, whenever that is.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, thank you so
Again,
much.
again, Rain, thank you so much, man. I cannot thank you enough for helping out and let me know how I can support you so you can be part of the Valor series, man. I would like to see you casting on
I
the
would,
Valor series,
I
brother.
would love to do that. Yes, whatever it takes. I don't know, but we need to get them. We need to get them. Need
I
to get
will,
them aware. Maybe one day.
I'm having actually to be just to give you a heads up. I'm having my guild members to kind of subscribe to your channel so
Oh
that I
man,
can provide more support to you.
that'd be awesome.
So anything, man, anything I can do, just let me know. Any ideas, any suggestion you have, please bring it to us,
Yeah,
and we are more than welcome to take them. Okay.
awesome. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate that. That's so
Thank
nice.
thank you again, man. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks for you.
Yeah, see you guys. All right. That was Supreme and Ninja from Team VVV. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It's kind of cool to get to see where they're coming from, get to see, experience where they're coming from, get to see maybe the players behind the characters that they're playing. So I really do enjoy the interviews. They're really fun. It's kind of neat to uh, just, get to know everyone. So it's cool to put a not a face, but definitely a voice behind the names that we see so often. So the next game is going to be starting in about 2 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and focus and get that going. So hopefully we start right on time. And I'm going going to go ahead and recreate this lobby real quick. So, boys, I hope you guys are having a good experience. Hang on one second. All right. And whoops. All right, so both codes are out. The team should be joining, and we will hopefully be able to get this started right away so that we don't have to delay any further. Thank you guys again for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. Hope you guys are having as much fun as I am. This is so fun. I love doing these little tournaments, and it's awesome that I get to be a part of this. So much love to everyone that, honestly, it's amazing that Jury is the one that really is the man behind all of this. So huge shout out to him. Like he put all this together. Like I just come here, cast, and try to put on the best show that I can for you guys. But he's the man behind all this, so he needs to get as much props as anyone for any of this for sure. So huge shout out to him to being able to pull us all together and make stuff like this happen. So again, the next teams that we'll be playing is Trash Time and Kranniz Esports. So game 1 is going to be starting here very shortly. We just have one space that we need to fill, and we will be going. We will be underway. So again, boys, if you guys have any questions for either for me or any of the winners, be sure to at me or just always at me so that I can specifically see it and so that I don't miss it, especially when I'm casting or something along those lines. Like I said, usually when I'm casting, I have a hard time reading chat because I just want to focus on that. But if you use those at symbols, I have highlighted messages that show up that I definitely read each one. But yes, I'm definitely excited to see this game. So I don't remember Trash Time in the day that we played, the NTG tournament that we had the other time. So these are going to be a new group. Doki Doki's in there, which I'm excited to see. Firefly as well. I'm excited to see both those guys. I've seen their names around. I haven't got to see them in the tournament kind of setting, so this will be pretty cool. And Kranniz always does very well, so that's always a great team. So we should see some pretty good plays. That's just basically what I'm trying to say. Basically what I'm saying is go ahead and make your popcorn. By the time you're done, bands are going to be almost done, and then you can sit down, hang out, and watch and enjoy. Make sure to get butter, a little bit of salt, and things will be getting underway. So I'm just doing the ready checks right now, and then we can start. Ready. And so one side's ready. And we're just waiting for one more, and then we are good to go. And I don't see anything on the other side. Still waiting. Popcorn, go get it. All right, they're ready. Game starting. Let's go, boys. Woo! All right, so this is game number 1 of 3, best of 3. And we already got Trash Time going through, banning that Violet. Violet is got to be one of the strongest heroes at this current meta, and it is no surprise that she's going to be one of the first bans coming out. Velheim coming out. Very strong hero, especially on that top lane. Good ban for this red side. Let's see what else we got. I expect a Chugnar to be in this, and a Slims already going with most of the marksmen. And this is what I was talking about before. And It's gonna be, if they ban another marksman, it's gonna be, should we say slim pickings? Yep, I went there. Dad joke done. Linda's coming out, and this is what I was talking about. Marksmans are so big. Please, let's see another marksman ban, and that would be huge. Blue team needs to do this. So if there was a time that blue team wants to ban another marksman, it is now, because then they leave open one of them. And oh, a big misplay by this. An Arum is a great ban, but marksman, there would close out most of the marksmen. And there's the Chugnar. So expected a Chugnar. There it is. I would have loved to see another marksman banned, and it would have been so good, but that's all right. Coming out with the Arum, you definitely need to get her out of the mix, and the Chugnar. They're no-brainers for sure. So actually went with the Malik. Interesting. I mean, with so many. So right now, Morin is open, which he's pretty solid pick at this point. I don't know who they're gonna go. Like, especially if the marksman's on these teams have not played him. Marja is open. Oh my goodness, that's such a good pickup for this red side. I think the Malik definitely should have waited. I think they should have went with an Irie, probably a little sooner, and still no marksman pick. I think whoever, like, if I was on either of these teams and those marksmen are so slim pickings, they really need to go with it and pick one, and make sure that it really gives so much, just not very many choices to the enemy.
Red team's turn.
Good pickups for this blue team. Look at that. Irie, Malik, and the Jannar. So far, I mean, amazing pickups. I would say the Kresh, depending on what kind of the other three heroes fall out, could be the lackluster pick so far. Especially first. I would have liked to see maybe some more of a better first pick, but the Marja was a great pickup for sure. Kresh coming out this early he's not a person that's picked up that much, and Amina being shown, and a Liliana. So they're still saving who they want their marksman to be. Wow.
Blue team's turn to pick.
All right, and there it is, Liliana and the Mina. So they're going a very tanky safe build so far. Finnick coming out. That's what we've been waiting for. And he had to switch from the boots, so I don't know if that's because he hasn't played it this much, and that's what I'm talking about. That right there can really, really make a difference in how you play. So if he's still rocking boots with this Finnick, the speed boost, is what I'm trying to say. And that could be bad. All right, so let's see who they're going to go with at this point. I think a Morin, or I don't know. They're already going tanky, so a Morin would make sense, but they kind of need a high bursty damage, so a Yorn actually makes sense in this team fight. A Yorn absolutely makes sense. They have the abilities to save a Yorn with all of, yeah, I think a Yorn would be a great pickup. I think you're gonna have to be careful with the Mina, the Malik, and it's gonna be tough. But I think they have the means to save a Yorn. I really do. I don't know who else you could pick. The Morin I think is gonna be great, but I just don't know if he's gonna do enough damage. And they're choosing not to go it. They're gonna go with the Zephys. And sure enough, they're gonna say, you know what? We don't need a marksman. I gotta say, I don't know how I feel about that. So with such a tanky team, you would have thought they would have went with a marksman. So yeah, all right. Let's see how this works out for them. They definitely are gonna dive this Finnick. This Finnick is gonna have a very stressful game ahead of him. He's gonna need to play very careful because he is going to be in sight at all times for this team. I can definitely see Dro is going to be the person that is going to want to hook and ult. And same with this Crest. Whenever he ults, he's going straight for that Finnick and going fast. Zephys as well. Zephys is going to... This... Oh, man. This is what I'm talking about, is that it's so important to pick which...
10 seconds remaining.
Which marksman you go with. All right, and here we go. Irie, actually, a bronze is same with the Malik. That is not a good sign when going up against such a tanky team. So with that being said, we will have to see if they're going to be able to overcome that. Maybe these are they play them on different accounts or something along those lines. This is a thing that we've seen in the past. The Finnick as well. This is what I'm talking about. They banned outright all of the other heroes. So sure enough, Finnick, Malik, and Irie do not have that much experience on these, going up against this crew over here, which are some of the top teams. One of the top teams for sure is I mean, it may be a little rough, but I'm sure that they're going to be able to overcome it, but it's got me a little worried. It's got me a little worried, that's for sure.
Welcome to Arena
All right,
of
here we go.
Get ready.
Game number 1, best of 3,
5
and we are starting it off. This is Trash Time versus Kranniz
Prepare
Esports.
to engage.
And I would expect Red to actually invade. With as tanky as they are, it really wouldn't surprise me, but it looks like they're actually just going to play it safe at this point and go with their perspective buffs. Finnick going for that red. It looks like Jannar and Irie making sure that they're not taking it, but look at this. Dro's actually going through, making sure that Finnick isn't over here at this point. Was scouting it out and actually sitting in this bush, and he is going to be able to find out that Mina straight in there gets a little bit of damage. Mina actually taking a bit more than the Jannar. Jannar at half, and look at this. You see Marja coming down, getting some damage onto this blue buff, and Finnick trying his best to finish this up, and he does. So good pickups all around. Mina looking for this Finnick at this point. Playing pretty aggressive, just trying to put some pressure onto him. Ooh, possibly a mistake there. A flicker was used. Looks like, actually, as well, Lumber used his skill, and look at this. Look at this gank that's about to happen, and sure enough, here we go. Mina going in, good, hitting the hook, canceling his dash. We got a stun out from Liliana, and also the ult from the Zephys. So just gets dunked in middle. Really wishing that he probably still had that skill, but just wasn't enough. As soon as the dragon's up, there it goes. And what a great timing. We got to actually say how good that timing was. We're able to wait, or we're able to gank them right before the dragon was spawned, and that's such a good thing for sure. That's such a great opportunity. So red team looking pretty good. Got 1 kill and the dragon. And it looks like Lumber going down on bottom, trying to get something set up onto this Crash. Crash just bouncing away. Look at the rotations on this red team. The red team coming down. Look at those, hitting both of those skills. And look at this. They're actually getting initiated by Lumber. Zephys going in, hitting both of them with the stun. And, oh, Lumber's so low. And Jannar down as well. Zephys landing that skill onto both of them. Such a great play. And look at that health. Easily going to get scooped up by this Mina. Trying to maybe lead the creeps away from what it seemed like. Takes a little bit of, quite a bit of damage, actually, now that you look at it, from that tower. Maybe a big bit of a misplay, but would rather run through the tower as opposed to go through the jungle where she wasn't sure where the heroes were. We got all 5 blue teams within an eye shot, but it looks like Irie is going to go back up top. Red's backing off a little bit, except for this Liliana that's putting a lot of pressure on this this jungle. It looks like Red's doing the exact Red is doing the exact same thing on this top jungle. Marja is playing very aggressive at this point, and it looks like they're trying to take most of it. Oh, we got the ult coming in for the Irie. Irie just wasn't able to connect on the Marja, and that's something that you just gotta know when going in onto a Marja. She is just able to negate a lot of damage because of that, and such a good attempt there. Irie was able to get out, and look at this damage coming out. Very good, but just not able to really finish off any of the heroes. Dragon respawning, and we should see that this red team gonna rotate there, but actually the blue team, the Finnick, is gonna go for it, and Zephys is gonna see this, and that's gonna be bad news bears for both these two. And you can see that they both don't want any part of that. Throwing the ults, but the dragon is gonna respawn. Oh, but they're able to get it, and the blue team actually does pick it up. Jannar going in with his ult, doing some pretty decent damage. Malik actually going away, missing his ult almost completely there, and Malik is the only one in there with the Lumber, but Lumber's still trying to get out, but he is not gonna make it, and he is down. Jannar decided to say, you know what? Don't want this. I'm out of here. So great team fight there for the red team. Even though the blue was able to pick that up because of this Finnick. I really thought it was going to reset before he had a chance. Throwing out the ult, and this is what you got to be careful of, is these actual... Oh, and we got Irie going to go down to Marja up on top. So Finnick maybe wasn't able to pay attention enough. Irie was in a little bit of damage. She did dive in the tower. He really should have stopped on the blue as opposed to attempting to finish it, and went to help. But Irie is down. We got some initiation onto the middle. It looks like Lumber was able to get in. It looks like they are diving on this tower. Jannar getting as much damage out as he can. We got Crush coming in. We got Malik dropping in like Batman, but just scaring off the red team at this point. The blue team definitely struggling. Down about, what, almost 4K gold right now? They really need to get a kill. They really need to get a tower, something along these lines. But right now, 3 towers for this red team and 1 dragon. Lumber is looking to ult. Does hit Marja and Mina with that, but it is just too little too late. And looks like Liliana is going to go down here for sure. If that pops, and there it goes. Pop goes Liliana. He is taken down. Finnick is actually taken down as well. And it looks like Marja could be in some trouble here if Malik is able to get one more swipe off. Comes down, swipe going off, but Marja does heal and is back up and running. And this is what I'm talking about. This Irie the entire time was over in the jungle, wasn't able to get there fast enough, and just was not part of that entire team fight. Does have execute and her ult up. Really could have got in there. Possibly did amazing work finishing off the Marja, but just wasn't able to commit to it because they were so far away, or with the late rotations. Irie looking pretty low, and it looks like that is going to be the end for her. Marja even hitting the ult to make sure that she's done before she leaps away. Kratos actually getting taken out, and that is good news for this red team. 4 towers, 2 dragons. Looks like they want to initiate onto this Malik. Malik is trying to get out of there, and looks like he's going to succeed. Blue team now rotating in. Zephys going straight in on the Finnick, And sure enough, it's anyone's game. Zephyrus is low, but with that passive staying alive, the full team is up. And looks like Mina really needs to be careful with that buff on her, or that debuff on her. Does hit her team a little bit, and they were able to take out the Liliana. Irie trying to look to get some damage onto Zephyrus, but Zephyrus will just shred her, and there is another kill. All right, Finnick needing to play very careful down on bottom. But it looks like the red team is going to disengage, go up top, and try to push this tower. So, oh, and look at this. And it looks like he is going to go down, just a big overextension by the Zephyrus. Zephyrus really thought they would be able to get that tower, but a great rotation up towards by Blue's part to get up and was able to get out of there. Marja doing a great job. That is why Marja's so strong. She's able to get out of terrible situations like that, but it is just not enough to get her out of this. And this blue team is turning this around pretty well at this point. Marja was taken down. Mina coming in, able to hook into the tower, and we are seeing Finnick coming in. Finnick is trying to shred down this this Crest at this point, and look at this. He's attacking, moving back, trying to stay away, and Crest is now running into there, and he is doing a great job. But if you spent half that time on maybe some of these heroes, which he just wasn't in range of, he definitely would have been able to take them out. But great disengage for sure. An amazing disengage from this blue team. Was able to get two kills out of that and disengage, so good stuff. Marja coming back, and it looks like they're rotating up to the top to the Dark Slayer, which is a great thing for them. And it looks like actually they may try to go and push this lane just a bit. Yeah, if they go for this Dark Slayer right now, since the blue team is out of position, it would be pretty beneficial for them. In the enraged dragon's about to come out, so the big boy buffs are out. Look at this blue team. Oh my god, look at this blue team. It looks like, sure enough, great attempt, but just not able to execute there. Liliana actually threw the ability into the bush, which really caused the team to panic. And look at this, the Dark Slayer getting taken out, and a big misplay by this blue team. They really should have initiated onto the Abyssal Dragon down on bottom, but just wasn't able to. And it looks like too little too late for this for Doki Doki down here on the Finnick. Finnick is trying his best to try to get this buff as best he can, which would be very beneficial for his team, and also with the life come back to life skill. But oh, he almost forgot it. He really needs to port back to base. While this is happening, Lumber and Jannar are both going to be taken out, and it looks like Irie was trying to jump in and ult, but just immediately gets taken out in the process. Finnick doing a great job with his ult, but it's just not doing that much damage. And it looks like Malik was jumping in, hoping that Finnick was going to do a lot more damage than that. He is taken out as well. Finnick is now going to get taken out. Oh, but it does have that that buff. Oh, he actually gets taken out in the tower. And that is going to be game number 1. All right, so that was game number 1. If we take a look at the damage, sure enough, Jannar doing such a good job, in Marja with the damage as well. Tanking-wise, looks like Lumber was the clear winner there, and Mina as well, so pretty obvious things there. But MVP went to Zephyrus, 13 assists, 4 kills, 1 death. MVP on this side, 4 kills, 2 deaths, 1 assist. So great stuff for Doki Doki and Zephyrus. All right, we will go ahead and get the next game started. It'll be just a moment here. So that was Kranniz winning the first game, and we are going to go into the next game. If they do win this game, again, it is best out of 3. So just keep that in mind. So we could possibly see another game, but Trash Time is definitely going to need to step it up on this one. I think the Finnick was definitely showed some. He definitely did well, but I think that if he would have went with more of a pick that he's used to, I think he maybe would have been much better for sure. But as far as the Kranniz did such a great job for sure. All right, and this game is filling up very quickly, and we should see them here soon. All right, give me 1 second. We're just doing the ready checks, and we will get into game number 2. So remember, if the blue team wins, they are the winners of this series, and that will be it for the PVL tonight. But if the red team can win, we will go into game number 3. All right, here we go. All right, and we have blue team, KZ, and T2 on the red side. So it looks like Chugnar band coming out, pretty standard build. No one wants to fight against him, especially with those I call them get out of jail free cards, but basically the unable to stun the enemy team is always pretty crucial. All right. Red team, we will have to see what they are going to go with. Violet. These are all standard builds or bands so far. While we're waiting, let's go ahead and read chat and see what's going on. Finnick attacking Liliana. Yeah, he definitely auto-attacked as opposed to picking his target, which is a pretty big misplay for sure. If they would have been able to maybe get a little bit more damage onto the Liliana, I think they definitely would have been able to turn that fight around. I don't know about the game, though. Copy and paste last word. I previous sent in a message. Okay, interesting.
Blue team's turn to
What else did I miss? Why engage Zephyrus without your ult? That is very true, Private. That was a misplay on their end. Zephyrus, so hard to kill, and if you don't have the proper stuns and also damage, he's gonna slip through your fingers and get away. VVV lost? No, they actually won. They did very well. Rain his commentary. Yes, you know it. I've been doing this for quite a few. I already have 78 magic crystals saved. Dang, Astral. That's crazy, bud. Gym leader, welcome. DJ, welcome. Supreme. Thank you guys all. Who else am I missing? I think that's maybe it. Dress. Weird. I already said what's up to you, but welcome again. All right, so let's take a look at these bands. Marja band. Great. That's a great thing. So this red team is taking the knowledge from the last game, implemented into this one. Good stuff. So they went with the Malik band, which they had Malik. So maybe just they're worried about giving it to the enemy team, so that could probably be what it is. But Other than that, Velheim, Violet, Marja, Arum, yeah, all of those are definitely ones that should be banned. Gym leader, just fighting with this app. Also, thanks, bro. Things, how are things going tonight? Things are going great, bud. Things are going real good. Can't complain at all. Things have been super smooth. Going with the
Red team's
Roz.
turn to pick.
Wow, going with the Roz. Roz is super strong right now. Very, very strong. All right, Mina definitely such a strong hero for sure. Lindis is open, yeah, definitely. I really think that they need to focus on. This is what they did last time. This is what T2 did last time, is that they didn't pick up the more important heroes before they're gone, and then they went with some of the heroes that probably would have shown up later. So Slim's good pick. Xennial, you could probably have picked someone else before. I think Xennial definitely could have been a hero down on towards the bottom that they could have got. But depending on, maybe they know someone on the Kranniz side that actually plays Xennial quite a bit. Alice, that's Dro's bread and butter, so I'm sure he's gonna go with that. And the Lindis, and this that's a
Red team's turn
obvious
to
pick. Obvious pick. All right. We got the Mina. Mina's such a strong hero right now, especially in this meta, so no surprise there. I want to see who their mid's going to be. Irie. Good pickup, for sure. Irie, very strong, especially against a Roz and an Alice and a Lindis, so no brainer as far as picking that up. Liliana, very strong as well. Instead, deciding to switch to the Jannar. All right, so we're waiting for the 2 last bans for this blue team, and then we'll be able to get this underway. So, looks like the blue team is being very decisive on what they want to pick. Blue and red, they both are taking their time, making sure that this is what they want to go with before locking in those heroes. You gotta give it to them for sure. And going with the Flash against the Jannar is a good pickup. He's able to survive that. And going with the Gilder. So going with a 2 support on this blue side. And the Grok is picked right away, locking it in immediately. So, wow. This blue team is going to need to look out for them hooks coming in. And it's great pickup, especially with the Gilder. So their ults cancel each other. Pretty well. I want to see how this Gilder is going to work. With the Flash, it can be very dirty, especially with the Alice as well. A great Gilder ult plus the Flash plus Alice will dominate a team. So, but with that being said, a great Grok ult with the Jannar and the Irie. I mean, you have some massive damage there as well. And here we go. Gilder does have a bronze badge, and so does Irie. So those two are going to be the ones to look out for to see if they make any kind of plays that maybe seem like they're still a little new to this. I think that playing a hero that is bronze out of your whole arsenal, it's good to know that a hero is good, but it's also better to play a hero that you're more seasoned with and you feel comfortable with. And I think that's where a lot of these, I think where we saw last game is that those heroes that they played were definitely, I think they could have been played a lot better if they would have had more experience on those. But again, we're still pretty early in these tournaments, so by the end of the tournaments, they'll probably have these heroes down pat. All right, again, Kranniz. If they win this, that will be the end of this series. And if Trash Time do win this, then we will be going to a game 3.
Prepare to engage.
All right, and we are underway. All right, so red team looking to just get the blue at this point, but they didn't scout out this red buff. So red buff is gonna get taken, and I don't think this team really knows. Jannar actually seeing Alice there, they definitely have an idea. Look at this Zenio going to rotate to maybe scope it out. Doesn't know how many people are actually in that bush and is playing very carefully. Alice actually getting picked up by the Zenio and the Grok. Lindis coming in, able to steal that red, and is going to get out of there. So what is going on with the Slims? The Slim is still on the blue buff. So he picked up this creep right here, but he still has not finished this. Lindis is already finishing the other buff, so I don't know what he did. He must have accidentally reset the buff by a drastic mistake. But sure enough, he finally got the buff, and he is going to be moving on. So normally when a team like that takes your red, you want to immediately rotate to their red and take it over, but just wasn't able to, and it's due to him struggling to get that blue. Does not pick up the health there. Slims, he really should be more careful about his life. Missing the jump. Another misplay, unfortunately. Firefly moseying back to his tower. And it looks like Slim's trying his best. So if we look at what Slims is going with, he is misbought his items. And I think that's maybe part of the reason why he's struggling. He didn't finish his jungle item, which is a bit of a misplay. And sure enough, Zenio did the same thing. So if you ever play the jungle, you always want to finish your jungle item first. Before you try to get the other items that compare with it. Grok getting taken out there pretty quickly by this blue team. It looks like the dragon. And look at this. Jannar is up by himself while this team is rotating by the dragon. This Slims is going to run straight into all this. And look at this. They're trying to deal with this dragon. They're throwing spears and just so far away. They need to be very careful. Irie luckily able to disengage that fight. Jannar coming back and is ready to initiate. And oh, look at this Flash doing a great job. Got the ult coming out. And Slims landing a spear onto there. And Grok as well. And Alice doing a great job throwing in the stun. Jannar coming in, able to finish off the Alice, but I don't know if he's going to be able to get out of there. Oh, and here comes Zenio. Zenio coming in, missing the stun on the Flash. And Flash is able to get away. So this red team is pulling it together. Oh, a great hook onto there. And look at the Gilder. Gilder coming in. The dragon actually stuns Gilder. Saves this red team from Raz coming in. And it looks like that's going to be a full engage. Full disengage, I apologize. So sure enough, disengage, and look at this. Slims, level 4 still. And if we look over at Liliana, or I'm sorry, not Liliana. She is level 5. Linda's doing a pretty good job as far as, look at this, level 6, level 5. We are seeing definitely big. I don't really. I'm not. The Slims has definitely got to be the. I'm really odd on where he's attempting to do. He's missing the jungles. He did not finish that, even though he took all the damage. He's not picking up the health. Definitely some things that he can improve on. Now the dragon respawning. Or, I'm sorry, never was taken out and is now picked up by the blue team with little to no effort. So Grok actually ulting, hitting Droz. Jannar ulting in a little bit too late, and look at this, a great hook opportunity if he was going to be there, and Irie was able to come in, but just not enough. Was able to hit Lindis with the hook, but then Grok is taken out. So if we look, Zenial did have his ult. I'm really confused why he didn't go in on that. He was picking up the Sentinel at the time, but he really should have definitely helped out his team. So it is a 2 for 2 and 1 dragon on this blue side. So all right, red team looks like they're about to get initiated on, and look at this, Flash trying his best, and Irie almost gets hit there with the flash ult, luckily doesn't, and they're going to be able to disengage. And Lindis coming down on bottom. This could be actually a big initiation onto the Irie, and sure enough, it is. We got the Zenial coming in. Irie wasn't able to get back. She comes back, but instant dies, and Gilder was able to stop Zenial from ulting in. If you get stunned while his ult is going off, it does stop it, and sure enough, that's exactly what happened. We got the Jannar ult coming in, but it is not enough to do anything. This Grok really needs to land some of these hooks on these enemies, like this one against Roz would just be so good. But no hook. And it looks like he's going in way too deep. Hits the minion. Kind of a pretty big misplay there. Really needs to be setting up for more hook attempts as opposed to helping trying to push anything. Alice doing a great job landing that stun, getting out of that situation. And Alice still hanging around. Look how far Grok is moving up to try to land that hook. He needs to be trying to land those at max distance as opposed to how close he's getting to try to land those. And it's just not enough. And it looks like Zenial might go down here. He's trying to heal. This might be a misplay, but he luckily gets out. But he is definitely going to go down to this flash. And that is the end to Zenial as well as the Grok. Jannar ulting and really not hitting much. And Slims here as well, but not really able to do too much of anything. And look at that. And Irie there. But her team, look at Jannar and Slims, not paying attention, definitely back behind in their base. Did not see the Irie coming, or a big miscommunication on the team's part for sure.
A red team tower has been destroyed.
All right. So Slim's attempting to land some a stun on anyone that might have been in that bush, but just wasn't able to connect with anyone because there was no one there. The blue team has completely disengaged from the entire top and is going to down to the jungle, or down to the dragon, which is, again, this is what you do. Objectives win games in this. And they have 4 towers, and this would be dragon number 2 if they're able to successfully do it. Zenial coming down from top, a big misplay, coming in on the wrong person. And look at that. Irie just gets melted by that. And look at this again. Zenial taken down. Flash taken off the Slims. And Jannar just in the wrong places with this ult. Really wrong place. And Grok is going to get taken out by the Gilder. And that is the full team dead at this point. So they are going to easily be able to push this tower and into the base probably with this creep wave. Look how big it is. It is good enough to possibly get this base, but they're actually choosing to go and switch over to the other one. Do a little split pushing at this time, which is a great strategy. Keeps them away They can only choose to save one, and sure enough, that's exactly what they do. Looks like they're rotating over into mid, and Irie doing some quick feet work there to try to stay out of that fight. Gilder doing a great job pushing that top in the meantime. Oh, if Grok would have landed that hook, it would have been so good. But just not there. So remember, this blue team does not have a marksman, and it's working out for them. Marksmen usually come online towards the end of the game. Grok using his ult, nowhere near anybody, but just wasn't able to, wasn't near to even flicker at that point either. Gilder's doing a great job landing these fireballs. Is that what he's going for? And sure enough, he is. He's actually rocking the cooldown boots to throw out as many of those fireballs and his ults as possible. Ruby actually taking a spear to the face. That was the Dark Slayer that was taken out. So this blue team is close to closing this game out. Just one more good team fight, and it looks like that's what exactly they're doing. Sure enough, the blue team is pushing this middle. We will see a team fight here soon. Irie is in a mess of trouble. She's going to get initiated on. Deleted right there. Flash going in. Gets Grok. And Jannar going in with his ult, but getting hit by the Gilder's ult. We got Roz going in, melting the team. And there it goes. That is a full team wipe, and that is going to be the game with this this creep wave coming in. So what plays that was, I gotta say. The blue team did so good. Did so good on the rotations, getting the objectives, and executing on all of the heroes that they had. Good stuff. So we'll take a look at the stats real quick, and then we will go from there. All right, so sure enough, looks like Valor on that flash did very well, 5-0-5, rocking really close to the MVP, who was the Lindis, 6-1-8. Did such a great job. If we look over on this red team, it was actually the Jannar that actually was the MVP on that team. If we look at total damage done, 41%. That's a stat that you just should not see. That's a stat that shows that your team just wasn't able to get to the enemies to really do it. If we look, Irie, 0 kill participation. Just really, we thought that she was going to struggle because she was in that bronze status, and sure enough, it shows. It really shows. Maybe needs to practice a little bit more with that hero in the coming games, and then we'll be able to show up pretty well. Died 4 times. Definitely did some damage. Just wasn't able to capitalize. They only did have three kills, so it was a very tough game for them. I would have liked to see Grok actually land some more hooks. So I think he needs to maybe practice throwing out his hooks on farther away, as opposed to how close he was, or how close he was trying to get to some of the enemy heroes. And we didn't get to see a flicker ult as well. So good stuff from them. Thank you guys so much for the follows and the kind words. Van, thank you so much for the prime sub. Appreciate you. 4 months in a row, my dude. And so we'll go ahead and we'll get one of the Kranniz members into Discord real quick. Give me 1 second and we will talk with him. We'll see if we can interview one of them, and then that way we can kind of go from there. Dogi Dogi, thanks for streaming again. Hey, no problem, bud. Hey, if you are curious about ways to kind of improve your team or anything like that, just rewatch the stream. I kind of was given ways that you guys could maybe improve through the entire time, and also rewatching. I find that rewatching like games that I play, I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Type situation. But yeah, good stuff. Good stuff all around. Just give them a second while I wait for them to show up. It sounds like they're showing up. Just waiting for him. But yeah, if you guys have any questions for any of the Kranniz members, please let me know. Make sure to @ me, and we'll ask him here in just a moment once he shows up. What's going on, guys? How you guys doing?
We're doing pretty good.
I was gonna say such a great showing in that last game.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, we tried out something a little new. So our drafter had been experimenting a little bit with more of a poke comp. So, we've been watching a lot of Asian meta and what they've been doing over there. And Gilder's actually a pretty solid pick with the strategy that we were going with, trying to bait out their ults, trying to, make them engage on us, blow all their cooldowns, and then we can just poke away at them and then engage in with the Gilder ult and the Alice ult and the Flash ult.
Yeah. Before the game, I actually even mentioned that. I was like, man, if they can land all 3 of those ults, no team will live after that. And on top of that, I noticed Gilder, Alice, and Raz all ran the cooldown boots, which was pretty cool to see. I was wondering how Gilder was throwing those fireballs so much, but man, he was doing some work.
Yeah, the flashy boots have really come into the meta lately. Like, a lot of the builds, there was a few different item changes. And for example,
cooldown now.
Yeah, so flashy boots are a lot of different heroes, a lot of different builds. Marja, you run flashy boots, a lot of different supports, Piora, Alice. So they're super underrated right now.
Yeah, definitely. I've been using them a lot. As far as some of those heroes, especially like Grok or someone that needs those abilities as much as possible. Those flashy, the 15% cooldown, especially with the what's it called? The ring that you get, the support ring that you can get is man, it's so much cooldown reduction already. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
What did
definitely.
Was there a particular highlight in the last 2 games that you guys were pretty proud of, or the way you guys executed? There was quite a few times that you guys rotated exceptionally well, but was there one that maybe stands out from that last game or last 2 games?
Man, you're putting us on the spot.
Hey, I was just curious if you guys were high-fiving in Discord when you guys executed on some point, but I mean, overall, you guys played amazingly. I mean, that's obviously, but I was just curious if there was maybe a standout moment for you guys.
Yeah, I think like the most important thing that we try to do is, combo ults together, right? So there was quite a few times, I'm thinking back to game 1, where we were able to combo all of our ults together extremely well. So for example, Crash would hit his ult. I can't remember exactly the situation, but there was a situation near the end of the game where Crash was able to ult in. I was able to get a flicker in on the Mina and hook and taunt everybody. I think this was the fight down at the bottom tower, which pretty much ended the game. And then, everybody was just able to mash in and just do a huge amount of damage. And I think we killed 4 of them all in the one fight. And I was pretty happy with that, because that's something that, really helps step your team play game to the next level. Comboing your ults. Rotational play is really strong and important. Knowing when to rotate, where to rotate, and things like that. But especially for team fights, if you guys can ult all at the same time, combo them or chain your ults, it's just so big.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially when you have ults like the Flash, Alice, and Gilder. Oh man, so good.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of maybe one of the other guys could maybe answer this? What do you guys think of like the current esports as far as AOV is considered? Do you guys think that it's growing exceptionally well? Would you like to see it grow faster, or what do you guys think?
I mean, I think it's going pretty good. I mean, I'd always like more advertising for the game. I don't see it too often, but I mean, for the second, round, I think it's going pretty good.
And then, how did you guys come together as a team? Was there tryouts or anything like that? Is there a way that, like, say, any of the viewers or something like that can maybe try out for it or something that they need to look out for?
Yeah, I mean, the core group of our players have played together for a very long time now. I mean, our jungler Ra, myself, and Lee, we've been members of this team and members of the Kranniz Guild for, oh gosh, probably since it began, and then a little bit before that too. And then our other two members are kind of more recent additions. And we did, sort of a tryout. What we did is we kind of looked at people that were out there, people that were getting their name out in the scene. Valor, for example, has been pretty active in competitive play. He played for Flipside Tactics before he came over and joined our team. So, just trying to get involved in as many events as you can. Putting yourself out there, talking with people, reaching out to different teams, expressing your interest, those kinds of things can really help.
Absolutely. And then, did you guys have any other last things before we come to a close? Any last comments or anything you guys want to shout out?
Don't fat finger flicker.
Yeah.
What was that?
Don't fat finger your flicker.
Yeah. Is that what you did at the beginning when you were at Liliana?
It happened like 2 or 3 times where I meant to click something else, but I fat fingered the flicker.
I saw it too, and I commented about it. I was like, "Wait, what just happened?"
Yeah, I was like, "GG, that's it."
It was a trick play. It was a trick play.
Yeah,
he meant to do that.
Yep. I was like, did he just try to flicker to go around the creeps? But then I was like, no, there's no creeps there. But yes, good stuff. Yeah, anything else, Dros? You were saying something?
I guess just, I would say this game, it's important to do what you want to do and do what you like. As you've seen there, the heroes that we played aren't necessarily in that last game. Our comp is a little more untraditional, and people might think, wow, what are they picking? Gilder on the sideline? That's crazy. Flash on the sideline? Nobody does that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really important if you can play heroes you're comfortable with playing, and you have some kind of strategy in your mind of what kind of ways you can put your ults together, combo your abilities. Pretty much any comp can work.
Yeah.
As long as you're comfortable playing it and you practiced it, anything can work as long as you're having fun.
Yep. I even said that before. I was like, what's interesting? I was like, the Irie on the other team was a bronze Irie, and I was like, man, that's such a risky play, because it's better to play someone that you're good with as opposed to someone who's meta at this point. And I know that can go a little both ways. It's sometimes a little bit better to play some of the meta heroes. But if you're, bronze status, you really don't have that experience, especially going into games, on people that have full, gold shields as far as experience level is considered. So it's definitely better to play heroes that you're comfortable with, and then see how you can work all those, your pool of characters that you really love to play into some kind of team that can pull off a win.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, every hero works in one particular way. Well, just depends who you've got with you, but practice them in casual games, practice them in 1v1s. Just get out there and see what works and what doesn't work. I mean, that's what happens in the community all over, in Asia especially. They're shocker, but they run Talanis jungle, and it's actually a very, very, very popular thing over there. A lot of the top teams, Team Korea that was participated in the World Series and things like that, they're running Talanis jungle. And not because all the other ADCs got banned or anything like that, because they find a comp that works, a strategy that works, and she's really, really, really strong. So, don't be afraid to experiment with different heroes, different strategies, because anything can work.
Yeah, definitely. It's good stuff for people that are maybe looking to get into this, for sure.
Yeah,
Good stuff. Well, I appreciate you guys.
cool.
That was awesome.
Yeah, well,
Good
yeah,
games
and we
for sure.
appreciate you streaming the games. Thanks, guys.
Oh yeah, anytime.
Thanks
Anytime.
everybody for watching and supporting us.
Yes, good stuff. All right, boys, have a good one.
Yep, you too. Have a good rest of your stream.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good stuff, my dudes. So fun. Good games all around. I'm glad that we got to do all that. That was a lot of fun for sure. But yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and stop the stream just to set this apart from my normal stuff, and I'm actually gonna let's do VR games right now. Yes, we might be able to. Right now it's still on a 20-second what's it called? Delay. So let me go ahead and stop it. That way it's kind of separate, and then it's its own thing, and then we can get into possibly restarting the stream. I'm not sure if I'm going to. I have some things that I was gonna go ahead and do tonight in preparation, since I'm gonna be streaming all day tomorrow. So I'll probably do I'm going to be doing a lot of hours tomorrow. So if you guys are interested, make sure to come back early on tomorrow. I'll probably be starting I'll probably wake up at 8 o'clock, and I'll probably go until at least 12, 15 hours is, I'm assuming, what I'll probably be doing. So be ready for that, boys. If you start playing Jungle Talanis, I will ban you. It's too good. But yes, thank you guys so much for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. Again, thank you for tuning in, watching this, and cheering on everybody. It's so good to see the community come together for something like this, and it's good to see how awesome everything as far as plays and people interviewing and getting to know people. It's really fun, really fun. But thank you guys again. We'll go ahead and see if the other stream is going. I think it might be. So let's see if we can host them up and then go from there. What do you guys think? I think that's the best. I think that's the best course of action. And it's not. Oh, no, it is. I apologize. It is still going. So we'll go ahead and host them up. If you guys can, show them some love. Thank you again. It is on a 20-second timer, so it is going to be out about now. So I'm out. See you guys tomorrow. Peace out. Have a good one.